So again, I want to welcome everyone to our October session of we're celebrating Women's Small Business Month, it's the national celebration for October. And together we rise. I'm glad to see all your faces here today. I know most of you own a business, have ran a business for successful business for many, many years, are starting new businesses, and or some are even like, I want to dip my toe. I want to start a business. I'm still mulling ideas. So whatever your stage is, welcome. We want to celebrate you today. Hopefully give you some good information that can help get you to your next step. So together we rise, women supporting women and fostering empowering environments for success. That is our motivation of even meeting to get together. Again, like Alexa said, we are Lady Success USA. So that is what we focus on. So let's look at her story. We've seen throughout history how behind every successful man, we all know how that thing has ended, but we also see how gender inequality is a real thing. It has resulted in women being underestimated, underrepresented in the business world, and women are often viewed as a weaker sex. But that's not how it is in the business realm. And the rise of female entrepreneurs over the past decade has proved that women are amazing business people. And these are cited in all kinds of sources. This source is at the bottom, where it's from earthweb.com, Women in Business Statistics. And so let's look at some more history. We know that in 1972, there were only 402,000 female entrepreneurs total. That number represented 4.6 of all companies. And it wasn't until 1988 that women were even allowed to independently apply for a business loan. If you did not have a man, husband, father, did not matter, with you, they would not give you a loan no matter how qualified you were. Today, we find that funding is still challenging for women, but at the very least, we can get them without a man. Now, we're seeing a rise of the mompreneur because moms were the most impacted during the pandemic between layoffs, as they were mostly in service and caretaking fields. They got the most brunt. Plus, now they were at home with their children with virtual learning and lack of childcare. Also, even before this happened, before the pandemic, 43% of young mothers said that they faced maternity discrimination at work. And that's according to Women in Business Statistics. Now, as a result, new moms and seasoned mothers have been venturing into more startup businesses than ever. And guess what? They're killing it. And the reason why they're killing it is because running a family is very similar like running a business. They have all the skills or have been built in as far as being able to multitask, being able to delegate and lead a team, and so much more. So check out that article at finance.yahoo.com. That is a great article on how women have been killing it in startup businesses. So we talked about some challenges. What did we do? Entrepreneur women have been highly determined, wildly passionate, and have enthusiasm and strength to persevere under any circumstance. In 2021, 1821 new female-owned businesses were started each day. And of those 1821 new women-owned businesses, 64% of them were started by women of color. And according to Women in Business Statistics, 5.4 million firms are owned by women of color. Now, these companies employ 2.1 million people, and they produce 361 billion in revenue annually. Now, in 2019, Hispanic women accounted for 18% of all women-owned firms, and Asian women accounted for 9%. Around 50% of female entrepreneurs are Caucasian and other non-minorities. But think about this, 42% of all American small businesses are women owned and operated. So we're amongst that. We're in that 42%. And women owned businesses have grew by 114% between 1997 and 2017. And they've been growing at a rate of 5%. So pretty good statistics, good odds. But like I said, women have faced challenges. So let's see what they have been. We've had challenges gaining financial support. In 2020, only 2.3% of women-owned startups received venture capital funding. We know that funding is crucial for startups. One of the biggest challenges for women in business is getting startup money. It's not just about the passion. All these endeavors, all these ideas we have in our head require money. We see that women-owned businesses got 2.5 times less funding than their male counterparts. So the average amount came to 59,857. Then we have the challenge of mentor support. It said that inadequate support was one of the biggest challenges facing women in the business world. According to Women in Business statistics, 48% of these women think that lack of support, mentorship, and advice hinders their professional development. And we know that every person going into business needs a solid support system to help them succeed. So joining networking groups like this can put us in touch with other successful women in business. So the other thing, ourselves, we have to get over our own fear. And most of us, it showed that a lot of us experience a fear of failure. But guess what? We'll make mistakes and we'll grow, we'll learn.
That's true, sir.
Today. Learn. Read yourself. Now, you don't have to worry about listening to rejection. Don't listen to that. That's just noise. The key is to not allow that fear to interfere with your dreams of becoming a female entrepreneur. And even when you face problems like lack of funding or support, you don't have to give up on your dreams. There is still help. So let's retrain our brain. Let's look at the solutions. We have to evaluate our personal relationship with money. Not everyone's born knowing what to do with money. Not everyone understands credit. Not everyone understands, how to build. Financial literacy is essential. We've seen it. It's essential to success and longevity of businesses. It helps people manage their financial affairs and improve their standard of living. But it also makes an important contribution to the soundness and efficiency of the financial system and the performance of the economy. So we have seen how women businesses have actually helped build and boost our own economy. Another step is to take inventory of your personal skill sets. Make a list of all your skills. Delegate where you can. Take that cape off. You don't need to save the world. Why don't you delegate, build a team, get people around you that can help you build what it is that you have in your mind, the vision that you want to pursue. And then just remember, slow and steady. Focus on sustainability rather than fast growth. Create a business plan with a built-in contingencies, both negative and positive. What if things go wrong? Okay. What if it goes right? You got to be ready for each one, each outcome. So think of what could possibly happen and make sure that you have those contingencies written down so at least you're prepared. Now, the reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. So let's mind our women-owned businesses. Let's stay focused and believe in your purpose. You know why you have pursued the industry, the career, you know your motivations, you know your intentions. Focus on that because you don't know that other person's struggle. Again, Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff can be a distraction. It can take us off our square thinking that we're going to get rich quick with all of this stuff. And we don't see how much work goes into building something solid. And you got this. So remember that. So let's start with ourselves. And again, I want to thank you all for coming tonight, listening to this presentation. We are Lady Success USA, and we're committed to the success of its members. And one major way is sharing information and resources. So I'm glad that each of you, as business owners and people who are endeavoring to do things, you'll each get a chance to share who you are and your businesses, and possibly we can make some connections tonight. And speaking of, this is who I am. This is my contact information. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm on In a Flash Right Pro or at Agent Sarita Wright. I'm with The Right Agency Incorporated. Our website is therightAgencyforyou.com. You can email me anytime at inaflashrightphoto@gmail.com, and also Sarita at williemanleyagency.com. So thank you all.